Afternoon, everyone. Who do we have in here today? How's everyone doing? Let's see. I am live. Good, good. Testy, testy. Let's go. We bounce from POC. What POC? I don't know POC here, but yes, we may have bounced. We have bounced anyway. This is what I was looking for. So the London retrace and New York to reverse things. That's kind of the plan for today. It's gone a little bit lower than I may have been looking for, and I do have some other targets a bit further to the downside if we are to get one more push down. But I do think we're set for another New York reversal. Going into today's session, we're actually coming back up to previous day value area low at the moment, so that would be a good opportunity. Well, based on market settings, the previous day value area is like all over the place basically at the moment. Yeah, so we'll have a look. Who else do we have in here? Mr. Fry, 3K 2023. So, I'll comment on this as well before we get started. So, me and myself and Mr. Fry have a little bit of a bet going on, which I don't know why he took it, to be honest, because it's either going to cost me 1 Bitcoin at 3K or it's going to cost him 1 Bitcoin at 55K. Either way, we have a 1 Bitcoin bet to see whether Bitcoin's going to hit 3K or 55K. So if we do hit 55K this year, you owe me 1 Bitcoin. So we should probably start the GoFundMe page for Mr. Fry now so that he can afford $55,000 when Bitcoin does hit that level. But yeah, we'll see. Who else is in here? P in here, of course. Claude, Danius, Oth, Crypto KO22, Sterinex, Cesar, Quinny, I'm saying the same thing as Walter. Hey, did you take the challenge? Oh my god, yeah, so the, do you mean the funding challenge? So I did sign up for Mint, and I've completely, I've not even, I signed up for Mint like the day that you mentioned it, and I've not done anything since, so I don't know if I've still got an account there. But yeah, I will do. We've got the WSOT coming up soon anyway, so I will do the funding thing at some point. It'll be interesting, but yeah. Keshab, Maz, Sirius, Mark, AM just joined the crew today. Thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying it so far. And yeah, thank you for joining. Mr. Fry, you'll have the last laugh. I do not think so, but I'll yeah, fair enough. Anyway, yes, let's have a look at the price action. So we have had that move down this morning. So this was basically one of the ideas that I had. Realistically, I would have liked to have seen a bit more of a reaction here. Then, of course, we had the whole payroll, jobless claims stuff coming out of America, which, given that we were an hour ahead of the New York Open, I think we just got that bit of a flush down on equities on the SPX. And because of the correlation that we've got right now, then we have followed that with Bitcoin. But I'm not super bearish on this move. I am in a short position again. So this hit, like, yeah, from yesterday's stream, this perfectly hit that previous day VWAP close. So if we do look at where that is, where was the previous day VWAP close? It was right here. This was the level that we were looking at to fill the single prints and hit that PD VWAP close. That's what we got. We got the short position off of that, and that's still where we remain at the moment. So I am short from the highs, from all the way up here, and well, not still holding the short from here, but in a short position overall. Was able to get a nice scalp short off of that, and basically, yeah, the idea here, maybe we're looking at some kind of double bottom from this. Maybe we could be getting a bit of a rise. I have gone in very small onto a long position down here. But yeah, nothing too significant at this stage. So we'll have a look at this as we open. So this is what I mean from earlier on. Okay, so we did get a couple of little scalp trades from either you got your previous day value area low from the TPO, or if you're looking on the markers and the session volume profile, Then you got a decent bounce off of that, and yeah, I mean, overall, we're looking at 1% bounce from the lows, so a decent little bounce off of that. We had the confluence there with the daily level, so this was a region that I had got in, and then again, coming back down to weekly open, taking out the previous day low, is another scalp long, decent little scalp long there. So yeah, that's it at the moment. P, I'd probably go with the 3K. P would go with 3K if we have to pick a side. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to actually set up a poll for this. Who will... What will... Oh, what am I going to say? And change this to 3K or 55K. So let's see who people think are going to win the bet. So I should have a poll. There we go. What will BTC hit first? 3K or 55K? Let's see. Do people think that Mr. Fry will win a little bet, or do people think that I will win a little bet? I think that I'll win. And also, Mr. Fry, if what I would happily do on this, if we hit 55K first and then we hit 3K in 2023, I will, happily pay back the 1 Bitcoin, because it will be very cheap for me at that point. Yeah, people think 55K. The lag is insane. Is it that bad? Is the lag bad for everyone else? Usually on YouTube we're about 20 seconds behind. Right. You're in London, so if you're right, coffee with you. I don't know if I'll be in London by the time this bet gets settled, but yeah. If we see 3K, we'll see 0.03. Yeah, maybe the end of Bitcoin. I mean, if we get 3K Bitcoin, it is all over. It's not like, yeah, it's done. Bitcoin is done. Crypto is done. If it ever hits 3K. Right, I'm going to go back onto price action. Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to focus in on this at the moment and just see where we are. So I've got a bunch of markers on here. The previous day levels are kind of all over the place. I don't like them. I'm going to hide this because that's the level you'd want to reclaim. Daily level hasn't done a whole lot. This is yesterday's low that we're currently at. We have had a slight change of market structure here locally, although again we've done that previously, so we do have that slight change of market structure. I don't think we'd be looking at anything around here. We also have 4 minutes to go until the New York Open. I do think we get a reversal on the New York Open, so that's the one thing that I am looking for. I do think that we get a reversal, just because of how down this has been so far. But where will that reversal be? I mean, for me, realistically, we could be looking a fair bit lower on this before we do get any kind of bounce. I'm going to pull some fibs again. We're going to do the usual thing. There is some confluence there. So you do have, once again, VWAP closed here. You can see how the VWAP is well respected for the day so far. So if we come into the previous day VWAP, that could be a region that we could be looking for a bounce. So if this does get continuation to the downside, we are going to gap down on the SPX, then I would be looking for a bounce within this region here. And if Bitcoin can hold on, then that would be a pretty decent region to be looking for long positions. I'm actually just going to place an alert here. Just if we come up and kind of tap into these highs, And anything below that starts to look like bounce territory. Through the 0.5, had a little bounce from that. On this, it's also the value area low of the range. Again on here, and I will just quickly mark that on as that is a daily level that we do have. So after we had that double top yesterday on the SPX, we're now looking back down towards these lows. So that's okay. We have 2 minutes until open, so we're going to go all the way down here. We are going to come through 4129. 4129. So we're going to open inside yesterday's candle. Exito, previous day VWAP, never heard that. Haha. It works. It works. It worked very nicely yesterday. So here we go. I'll give you an example. So yesterday's high, this is what you're looking for previous day VWAP close. There it is. Here at 30,700, 30,690, whatever. No, 30,700. So that was, again, we had the confluence there with the single prints and previous day VWAP close. It's a pretty powerful level. It's very nice. I do like it. And yeah, we do have another close down here that we are looking at with confluence with the NPOC that is a little bit lower. So yeah. Run liquidity on BTC as SPX hits the golden pocket would be very nice. Swimming Hawk seems like for the fun of the poll. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like 55k is a clear winner here. I think it's incredibly unlikely that we see Bitcoin go to 3k, which is why I am very confident on that. Yeah. That's not what I want. I want this one. There is your New York Open. It's kind of just hanging out in the middle of nowhere here. And we are looking, so we are just testing these highs, these yesterday's. A little bit of a high there. Cool. Poll is rigged. I don't think so. I think it's just kind of obvious we're not going to get a 3k. Yeah, and what's all this about? Like, why? Yeah, good point. Everyone's here taking part in the poll, but we've only got 31 likes on the video. So smash up the likes, please, and hopefully we get a little bit of action. Here we go. New York has opened. We are looking for the reversal as we start New York session. So we have been down during London. It's quite a long way down during London. Everyone is, at this point, very scared of what New York does to the markets. So everyone's been selling into the New York Open. And now, what do we have? I mean, I literally just pulled this a minute ago. We didn't quite come into it. But we do look so far to have a bit of a bounce at the start of this session. So let's just see how we go with this. I am confident, Mr. Fry. I am confident. Big suck. Are you a profitable trader or just making money from ref links? I am a profitable trader, and if you have followed me for long enough, you will probably realize that. I mean, I make losses like anyone does. I made a small loss yesterday, but overall, everything's been working very, very nicely recently, and I trade what I say I'm going to trade, and it's profitable. I can actually tell you exactly how much I made from referrals on Bybit last month. So the total that I made, and this also goes to staff as well, so this isn't for me, this goes to paying P and other people. I can tell you, I'm just going to log in here. So again, complete transparency, referrals make very, very, very little for me, especially because my job for the community is to get people a good deal and to get fees down for everyone. We are so I don't really receive much in fees, commission. We received a total of, and I'm happy to screenshot this on Twitter, clients commission for, let's go last month, a total of 0.01215536 Bitcoin. It's about $250 in a month on commissions. So yeah, it's really not very much at all. It's nothing. Jason Casper makes money from ref links, of course. I mean, we do make money from ref links, but not very much. I also may not have mentioned the USDT amount, but never mind. So we are back into previous day value area low from the TPO. So here we are. These are the value areas are so like messy today. I don't like it at all. We have had that little bit of a reversal on the open so far. What could we be looking at to the upside? So if we do get continuation higher, we've got a little bit of a sell wall up here. Nothing too significant. USDT pair's not telling us very much. Okay. Guys, that's a lot of tacos here in Mexico, yeah. WW, can you show us your candlesticks color settings? Sure, I guess. My candlestick color settings are like this, white and orange, because that's the thing. Yeah. Ollie, yes, you don't make money because we don't get liquidated. That is, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. If people were getting liquidated within the crew, then I'd probably make a lot more. CG, do you only trade or do you hodl also? A good time to DCA. I do hodl, I do hold Bitcoin. I do trade the Invest Perpetual as well, so I do try and make more Bitcoin from my trading. But it's not really a very significant part of my portfolio. I don't hold any shitcoins. I will hold, during the bull markets, I will hold and I will do swing trades or position trades on certain assets. During these kind of markets, it's mainly stay in USDT. I do have an inverse account, so I am trying to stack Bitcoin at the same time, but a lot of US dollar USDT trading are not really holding much crypto. Anything I do hold is very rarely traded. You need to give one wrong signal per month to fill the bags. Yeah. It's good that we've got some trolls in here today. I like it. I've been trolling a lot recently as well, and I probably brought in a few more haters today because I've badmouthed another. I've not badmouthed them, but I have an opinion on another community. I yeah, I just find it confusing sometimes. I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I going to talk about? But yeah, we do have a lot of trolls in here. It's good. BTC usually dumps 85% every 2 years, so that would be 11k for Bitcoin. Mr. Fry, you are not a troll, of course not. You are not a troll. Oh, this is boring. I want some price action to talk about. So I did see a comment a minute ago that just talked about like, where are we? What was it people were saying? D-YT, can you go over some reversal points on exocharts and show me good examples of what we should see? I could, but we haven't really had any again today. So it's just been another case of every time we've had a move, it looks like that move would get continuation. I'm on a 1 minute time frame here. We've had a couple of little VWAP trades. You can see previous day VWAP close. This is the thing. This is like nice reactions off of that, but not significant. You weren't really getting anything decent on here. What you often want to see is that drop off in open interest with traps shorts coming in. We kind of did get a drop off in open interest, but it's not really, no excess at the lows here. Nothing too significant, not really high volume on that. Then as we come down here, we got a decent bit of excess off of this. Again, leading to a small bounce, but it's just grinding. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. You get a slight change of behavior here. No drop in open interest, so not really interesting again. Yeah, there's been a lack of good stuff on with order flow today. So yeah, I've not really been paying too much attention to it. If we had a good example, I would show it, but we do not have a good example. And also, that is broken again, so I'll remove that. Is there an EMA indicator that resets every day like TWAP? Could be interesting. No, I don't know. Is previous day VWAP a good level where we have confluence, like you did? Is previous day VWAP a good level when we have confluence like you did with previous day VWAP plus golden pocket? Yeah, I mean, we did come into that. That was what we came into earlier on, wasn't it, again? So it's not really there today. We're already through it anyway, so. Let's load the VWAP up on here and we can see where that is. So this is where we had that little bit of a bounce earlier on. So you can see it like getting a slight reaction as we came into that. Enough for pretty small bounce off of there, but then ultimately you're coming back down quite close into these lows here. So yeah, not much of a reaction there. If we can come into VWAP today, that would present a pretty good short opportunity, especially if we can get a move. There's not really anything here, is there? We're outside of current day value area. We're outside of previous day value area. We still have targets to the downside. I do have my alerts down here. So if we do come down to 29,150, we do have an MPOC down there. We do have another Naked VWAP close down there, so that could be another opportunity. But overall, we're just a little bit stuck here. So we are going into that correlation with the SPX. We can go back over here. We can have a look at the SPX. That's not really moving either. I would like to just see it come down a bit further. If Bitcoin can hold and SPX can come down into this region here, let's place another alert. So let's place it at 4118. That comes into, yeah, this kind of region. Local bull divergence on trend rev. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to go for this one. Which resulted in being stopped. Okay. All this gappiness in the chart is not making me very confident in this. USDT pair? Anything? Net shorts are getting there. You've got local... Well, no, you don't have bearish divergence. It's nothing. It's all a bit of nothing here. I had a limit long at the golden pocket, will average down at POC. Yeah, the thing with the POC... Okay, I'm going to rewind a little bit. I'm going to go over my ultimate, like, overall what my plan is for Bitcoin. So just to be aware, I do think what I was looking for from this session was for a reversal, but I do think there's a pretty high probability we could see lower. So this was the random squiggly line I drew a while back, and this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. So we were looking for a bounce. It never really got high enough for what I wanted. I was wanting to catch some short positions above yesterday's high. Now we did get into a nice short position around there, but I wanted it above the 0.5, so you're basically getting a short that's a decent value for a short. Otherwise here is like, it's kind of difficult to get into when you're looking for more of a swing trade down to take out the lows. But ultimately I was looking for it to do something like this, yeah, to roll over, to bounce, and then to come back down to these lows. Now the fact that we are down here, so there we go, SPX is coming to support. Are we going to get a reaction off of Bitcoin now? So we'll just have to see on there. But that was the idea. So there is still that is still there. The fact that we've had the move down first makes me actually slightly more bullish, because if we can put in a double bottom here, if SPX can bounce, then I think that could give us a bit more fuel to move, to take a higher move to the upside. But yeah, we'll see. So we should get a reaction here from SPX, from ES, from whatever you like. We could also come down for this gap. So be aware that there is still this one lower down. So if we are going to go for a big old dumpy day, it would make sense to do that today, because it is a Friday, so it's going to have to kind of, yeah, it's pretty much going to have to do that today. So if we are going to get this gap fill on here, then it would make sense to come down and get that today, in which case I think those lower targets for Bitcoin become quite probable, quite possible. Still just hanging around at this previous day low. Nothing locally to look at for trading. Yeah. $135 poll votes, but only 73 stream likes. Yeah, let's get these likes up to 100. We have 150 viewers in here, and we don't really have much price action to talk about at the moment. So we'll try and make it more exciting. Like, ask some questions. Let's see what we. I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about because price isn't doing anything interesting. I'm looking for lower overall. It's so weird, man. I don't. This is the thing. Okay, so I did, and I've seen a little bit of things here. Like, what was it? Someone earlier saying like, it's not meant as hate towards like other communities. I just don't know who the guy is, so I don't know if people are joking and if it's just some weird like, because from all I know, from this place that other people are talking about, all I know about it is I've followed the guy on Twitter, and literally every single tweet is like, observe this, don't trade it, observe this, don't trade it, observe this, don't trade it. And I'm like, well, how is that trading? I just don't understand it. So I don't know when people say like this guy, like Callis, saying that Jesus reincarnated or that he is the founder of SMC and order blocks. I don't know if people are just taking the piss. Because from my opinion, from what I've seen of it, it's like, yeah. I just don't understand. I do not understand the hype behind it. Maybe I should watch the videos. I'm just probably being very ignorant in it. And it's not meant as, as anything other than just, I do not know who the guy is. DYT, when you took your short, what did you base it off? Price action or EXO? So which short? So I'm, the short positions I'm in were from the SFP up here the short position I had been, and I'm still holding this one. And then there was a little scalp short, which I just closed out very quickly from the previous day VWAP close and the top of the single prints. And that was just because it happened after yesterday's stream. So this is what we were looking for during yesterday's stream, was the move up into this. So if anyone did watch yesterday's stream, I think we were hanging out somewhere around here, weren't we? We were here-ish. Oh, we had the move down into VWAP. So that was a really nice long. And then I did the stream. So it was after I took the long from VWAP. We got the bounce, and then we came into previous day VWAP close and to fill the single prints, which were here. Okay, so that was what we were looking for. That was the target during the stream, and that box is still there. And then that was the other short, but basically, that short was quickly closed out of. I'm not holding that anymore. I'd closed that by the time that we did the Asia trading room. Watch the vids when you need a good nap. Talk about a new deal for crew membership today. I want to cancel CC. Right, I'm going to do a random... if we can get... So, I mean, we're almost at 100 likes. If we can get 120 likes on this video, then... I'm trying to think of something that we can just quickly do. I've got an idea. Okay, so it's the Queen's Jubilee today, right? So if you're in the UK, if you're from the UK, it is the Queen's Jubilee today. P, sorry about this. I'm going to do a random offer deal thing. So Queen's Jubilee today. She has been on the throne for 70 years, so I think the Platinum Jubilee is 70 years. I have no idea. I don't follow the royal family. I could not care less about the whole Jubilee thing. Although we did have the fly past that came like right over our house yesterday, which was really awesome. So we did have like a bunch of helicopters flying over us yesterday. Because it is 70 years of the Queen being on the throne, for today, I will do 1 month crew membership via crypto payments for £70. Does that make sense? So we're normally at 97 if we do it today for 70. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. I'm just kind of thinking because it's 70 years on the throne, 70 pounds, crypto payments. We could set that up, maybe, potentially. I'll do a little tweet, I'll do a little announcement. 70% off. Not 70% discount, please. So we could do a 70% discount off of something. 70% off. No, I can't do that. I cannot do 70% off. That's just crazy. Let's do £70. Are people happy with that? Would that work? Oh, why did I do this? Everyone was 70% off. I'll think of something. We'll think of something that's 70. We could go... Oh, man. All right. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, membership increase, 70 Bitcoin. We will also do, if anyone wants a lifetime membership for 70 BTC. 70% off if you join for 10 years. That's a good idea. No, 70% off if you join for 70 years. We'll do 70% off if you buy a 70-year membership. 50% off of the XCC. Man. We'll think of something. I'll do a little announcement. Johnny, that's not very fair. I used to like you, Johnny. Johnny M. Cool. Warm up. Luke, are you in East London? No, I'm not. Oh man, why is price not moving? This is boring. Can I look at some other stuff? Is there anything else we can have a look at? ETH's dead. There's nothing to talk about here. This is dead. The only other thing that I was looking at today to trade was ICP. Which hasn't come into the region that I wanted it to, so I am looking at basically like $8. If I can get an $8 ICP today, then I might look for a long position because that had a pretty decent move up yesterday. I'd just be looking to trade this as a bounce. You've got the point of control here, and you've got like a 4 hour AB, 1 hour AB, 1 hour. So not very much there. Yeah. Do you have EXO modules in the crew? Yes, we do. And we also have like live trading examples. We do it all the time. We're talking about EXO all the time in the trading rooms. Yeah. Bear market. It is. There's just nothing. There's nothing to trade right now. I want to look at stuff that's down bad. There's nothing that's up today. Swipe. BSV XLM. It's just... You really gotta like... It's kind of clutching at straws right now if you're looking at trades. So we've got the top of a 4-hour OB here on XLM. You're also coming into this. It's really not a lot here. I want to find a trade for everyone, but we're not really getting it. Apart from just in a little bit of a long. DYT, what live trading streams do you do each day? Yeah, so okay, we're gonna do this. Sorry, everybody. We're gonna go back over. So if there is anyone again that is new here, please do go and check out tauruscrypto.com. Okay, this is where we have our, you can find out more information about everything that we do here. So there it is, tauruscrypto.com. Within the crew membership, so we do have the free Discord community. Within the crew membership, we'll do a little deal for this today. We do our trading rooms. So we have, I mean, I can quickly throw this on here as well for the schedule. So here is the schedule. Is that right? That's what we're looking at currently. So yeah, we do our London trading room on Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. UK time. We do our New York trading room on Wednesdays. We do our daily open trading room. That was last night. We do other stuff as well. So this is just kind of the minimum schedule. Every time that we've got price action as well, we will be talking through that price action. So those are the trading rooms. Those are ones that are run by myself. We're looking for just trades to take during those sessions. We're making a plan for the session and trading it together. We've got a ton of educational content there as well. Anytime that we do get additional volatility, you can be fairly certain that there will be somebody, either myself or Luxury, French Brawl, somebody else will be streaming and commenting on the price action, looking to trade it. So yeah, that is a bunch of stuff from here. I'm not going to do too much showing on this. I'm talking nonsense today. We'll also be doing, I think I'll be doing another live stream a little bit later on, so that could be a bit more of a fun one, when we can just talk about more general stuff, and we might get a few people on to talk about things. The other thing as well, I do want to mention the other thing. So in addition to the crew, remember we do have the Bybit World Series of Trading coming up. So if you, there'll be information about that when you are able to register in 1 week. So next week we'll give you some information about how you can register for this. We are going to have a team that are going to trade this competition. It should be really good fun. There's lots of prizes at stake. We're going to try and have a pretty good competition. Yeah. We also have our new deal with Bybit as well, where you are getting 100% off of any maker fees. So if you are making orders at limit, you'll be able to get 100% off of your fees. Now I believe that has been applied, but I know a couple of people yesterday aren't seeing it yet, so I'm not sure if this starts when the competition starts or whether it's already active, but we do have that 100% off of fees on Bybit currently active. So we are getting the move up. This is good. Slightly move up. Luke, do more daily videos. That's the only way your numbers on YouTube will increase. You're very good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of like doing the streams as well. The general static videos I don't think show too much. We do obviously have the daily trading plan that we have within the crew. But the static videos are a little bit, yeah, I kind of like streaming a bit more so. Yeah, people are in a funny mood today. Taka, Hebby, what educational content modules do you have? Okay, I'll quickly show this. Again, apologies, there's not really very much to talk about on the charts right now. If we can get a bit of a move, it would be a lot more interesting. I thought we might have something quite decent to trade during the open, but we haven't. So although I am looking for a bounce here, we've basically had that bounce already, as weak as it is. We do know the overall plan, which could take us down to 29,150 or 27,750. Those are the two real levels that I'm looking at the moment. We're just chopping around here on the open. So as we have had someone that has just asked this question, I will quickly just show the learning zone from our Discord. So if I do go onto the Discord, let's go onto Coach's Corner here. Will this open up? There it is. Let's just hide this. Let's just bring this over here. There you go. So this is what you get within the Discord. So with the crew membership, this is what you get. We do these daily trading update sheets. For long positions, I'm mainly looking at the new daily level 29,758, which has confluence of local golden pocket and previous day value area low. That's where we had that little bit of a bounce earlier. Was in a short position. These are the ideas that I was looking at mainly for today. Then within the learning zone, this is the educational content that we've got. Okay, so we have our beginner series. So we've got a series of 9 videos here that goes through candlesticks, Fibonacci retracements, high time frame levels, VWAPs, volume profile, market structure. We've got technical analysis stuff here. So we've got divergences, CVD, pitchforks, Fibonacci stuff, harmonics, fixed range tool. We're going to be doing a bunch more videos on harmonics very soon. We've got our TPO videos here. So we've got some initial balance concept theory and trading, naked points of control, value area, single prints, footprint chart basics. Luxury's done a really nice liquidity series. So he's got part 1 and part 2 out now, which are about poor highs and poor lows, and some certain kind of strategies that you can use on the footprint with liquidity, and some volume stuff that he's done here. We've got our basic exochart stuff here. We've got playbook strategies. So we've got 13 currently playbook strategies. We are going to be adding to this again. We are going to be adding to this. It's just at the moment we're just focusing on price action because, I mean, this is basically what I'm trading right now is anything from the playbook strategies. So whilst the market is just very kind of standard, there's not too much that needs to be added to this. We do have an Elliott wave series, so this is from French Bull. So we have 5 videos here on Elliott waves. So this is, yeah, leading ending diagonals, triangle consolidations, a load of Elliott wave basics, trading psychology stuff, and then some bonus material. So we've got some live trade examples, we've got CME gaps, we've got order blocks, we've got little trading light tutorials, things like that. So that's the bulk of the educational content that we do have within the crew. There we go. And in addition to that as well, we do all of our live trading sessions. They all get put in. So every time we do a live trading session, it is recorded. It gets put into the server so you can watch it back anytime. We have little clips of live trading examples. I'll if I've taken a trade during the days, sometimes I'll record that, throw it in as like a little extra link and stuff like that as well. So yeah. Streaming with a few beers is the way to be. We will be doing that tonight. So I will come back onto a stream. I'm really not making any sense. I think I'm just bored of the price action. Yeah, I will be doing another stream this evening. We will have a few beers during that stream. It will be a bit more fun. Yeah. Maz G, thank you very much for the €10 tip. I will take a look at near for you now. If anyone else wants me to have a look at some altcoins, then you can do what Maz G has done, and I will take a look at some stuff. Nia. I guess I got to do some kind of proper analysis on this. Is this chart have the most data? Okay, there we go. That's looking a bit better. Remove drawings. I'm going to throw a few levels on here. I'm just going to do a little bit of analysis on this. I probably need to put this in log in a bit. I'm going to go for that monthly. So your monthly open is basically your monthly level as well. Weekly, nothing worth talking about on this. Nope. Daily. Nope. Fixed range, that's going to be down by the lows. So let's just bring this across after we have that first. Where do we pull this from? Okay, so let's just go from there. That just takes into account this whole, basically like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, this kind of like the uptrend that we had earlier and then the range that we've put in since then. So we are down at the value area low of this right now, which is interesting. So there's not really any volume below here. We do have that monthly level. If we go on to log, I just want to take a look at log because that can often be quite interesting when you do have these bigger moves. Nah, nothing much here. Linear 786. So you got your 786 there. You've got this as, it's not really a weekly OB, 3-day. Yeah, so basically the main confluence that we have for this on near is just that value area low at the moment. I'm not too interested in it being the 786. That's not too important for me. We don't have any volume below. If we do start to go onto the lower time frames and we just look at what we've had locally, so we know that value area low is there. Fixed range from here, it's kind of nothing. There's your 4-hour OB. Here. So we did tap, we have dipped into that. Again, you'll have another 786 here. Will you? Not quite. So the fibs aren't entirely lining up. All of this has been back tested. This is the first bit that hasn't. We have just taken out the lows. So this is just on this. And on the downtrend, I mean, equal lows, bullish divergence. Nothing locally to suggest that we've really found a low here. Yeah, it's not great. It looks okay. It's another one of those alts that's just, it just continues just to bleed. You've not had, have we had a change of market structure? I mean, it did take out those highs, didn't it? That would have been a better opportunity for a short than what we're looking at as a long. So here would have given you a nice opportunity to take a short position just because of the way that the trend has been recently on this. Now we're all the way back down here. It is finding some kind of support, but there's not much from a volume perspective or anything like that that you can really be looking at. If we do go on the sessions, there's an MPOC here. I mean, it's not an MPOC because you came through that on that day, but basically from the range that we've got up at the highs from this day, not doing that. Yeah. You're not going to have any. Yeah, you're not. There's not much here. You're not going to have speed fans here. You've not really got anything harmonic going on. You've not got anything too interesting on the higher time frames. Like, it's there. It could be something. There could be something with it just being down at this value area low, and the fact that you took out the lows and are having a small bounce. I mean, okay, but that doesn't look particularly strong, does it, at all? Out of interest. Nope. Yeah, there's really not very much else on this. It's just in between. Yeah, it's in between that golden pocket and the 786. See, that's higher. So yeah, all you have to go off is that little order block, and the fact that it took out the lows. So something along these lines. Captain Korea just longed. Age of PC, when you say trading sessions, do you take the trades live and are they visible to us watching? Thinking about joining the crew. I know you're not Signals Group, but it would be nice to know. So I don't show the trades live. Basically what I'll have, because I can only do one screen, and it's much more useful to be looking at the charts than it is to be looking at an exchange profile, right? So I will say when I have entered a trade, I will always say kind of where my positions are, what position I'm in. When I've taken a trade, I generally speaking will always just say when I'm in a trade during those sessions. But what we're doing is we're looking at screens like this. Okay, so this is what we have. We've just got it on Zoom. That's what we're looking at, and it's just trading it together. So again, if other people have ideas and stuff that they're looking at, then it's just a general conversation and looking for trades to take during that session. But yeah, if I'm in a trade, I'll say that I'm in a trade. It stops short of being like my position on the screen, here's my entry, here's my exit, because that's not helpful. And it wouldn't be helpful for myself either. If I was like showing my exchange screen, I'd hate that, because I know other people would follow and it would be, yeah, dangerous. But yeah, we do trade it live. Brian wants XRP and Urio. Maybe you could give a few minutes for Cardano. Thanks. Of course. Have we hit 120 likes as well? Can't see how many likes we're at. Oh my god, this is so slow. Cardano is a similar thing to NEAR, right? This is what we were looking for, was the 4-hour AB, and this was actually, again, drew this before we got to it. So we did hit the 4-hour AB on Cardano, and what did we come up to? Another one. So 4-hour order blocks on a lot of these altcoins working really nicely. There's not a whole lot more that you could take out of these. So you got a region here of support. Then what do you come into? A little region here of resistance. You got a little red box there. Again, you've not got fibs lining up over this, but you're just looking at little range bound behavior. Again, if this could come and take out the lows, is there anything on the 30-minute time frame that's interesting? So we are coming all the way back down to the 30-minute lows. Very similar to what Bitcoin's done. So some kind of range around here. If we could just get a bit of a rotation back up towards the highs, that looks... I don't think we're going to get a rotation back up to the highs. That was your POC. Was that the POC at the time? Yes, it was. So you did come into the POC here as well. If we do pull this back and we're looking at the range, I don't think we're going to have a POC here. Nope, we are below. Not very much going on this. Your confluence was there also. And XRP. Similar kind of thing, right? Daily level rejection. Put a fixed range, that's what's working. We're at the value area low. We have taken out the lows. So yeah, similar kind of stuff. All the alts are just following the same kind of idea right now. It's really, really very similar across everything. It's just not really, it's not worth trading. A lot of these altcoins just not worth trading right now until we have a bit more certainty from Bitcoin. Like, that is XRP BTC pair. Nothing there. ADA BTC doesn't look good, so don't know why we trade that. Near BTC looks a little bit better. So near BTC would be the one. Out of like the three that's been mentioned today, near looks like the best opportunity for a trade, and the trade would be a long. The other things, you're already pulling back on ADA on XRP, so I wouldn't be really necessarily be looking for short positions from that. But the fact that you've got this on near does give something. Yeah. KDA is one that I'm still monitoring. ICP is still hanging out. CRV, we hit take profit on that and then it's just falling apart. KDA is interesting here though. CME gap, yeah, where is that? It's here, yeah. So that's extra confluence for the that gap doesn't even exist anymore, but look at that. $28,750. Yeah. When is price gonna move? Surely we got to get a bit of a bounce underway. One more look at SPX, see what it's doing, and then I will call it a day. Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing here, unfortunately. Not yet. We will have more opportunities later on. But nothing here. I do think that I think we're going to get the bounce during this session. It's just from the point that we are at the moment on this chart, it doesn't look particularly strong. There's not really any reason why you would say enter now. However, we are seeing that loss of momentum to the sell side, so it's at least we're losing that momentum down, and we are starting to get that absorption within this point, which could lead to just a quick pop up in price. But yeah, so far double distribution on the day. It looks like we're probably going to stay range bound around here for a bit longer. If we can just come down and tap into this like 29,150 region, that would be nice. That would give an opportunity for a long position. Right now, just not seeing anything here. Even seeing like opportunities for shorts, they're not really there. So even to get into a short is a bit difficult right now. Didn't even take out that high, did it? No. No. Yep. Brooklyn, this trading environment is like death by 1,000 cuts. It's not. The thing is, we're just it depends when you look at the charts, because the actual trading that we've been having recently has been really, really, really nice. You've just got to be very, very patient. So we're in an environment right now where you can take like 1, 2, 3 trades a day. And you need to be patient, and you need to make sure you're there when they happen. So you need to make sure you're like fully on top of your alerts, fully on top of what price action is doing, and just be prepared for when it does that. It's like the plans are working. They are there. The trading is okay. It's just a lot of waiting. It's not like it is during the bull market when you've got like things just moving all over the place. It's exciting. You've got lots of movement going on. You've got lots to talk about. It isn't like that. You've got make a plan, identify the levels that you want to trade, put your alerts on, and just hope that you're able to act on those alerts when they do hit. So that's really all it's about here. Like we did have, even today, we've had some really good trades. Okay, so this was one that we were looking for. And the thing is, this is crazy, right? So we did the Asia Open yesterday. Okay, so we had daily open. Here's daily open. And what we had was we did have some good trades from that, but they were choppy. They were difficult to get into. But we did get a long off of the daily open, which would have given a nice reward from the trade. It never came and took the highs, which is unfortunate. So it didn't come and take the highs. That is where I was waiting, where I basically wanted to take short positions. It didn't do that. And then we had another really nice trade here from the previous day value area high and the weekly level that we have at that point. So if I do go bang off of that. So there you can see the other weekly level that we have here. So this was the position that we were looking at on daily open. And this is just the typical VWAP open drive setup. So this is one of our playbook strategies that we do in the crew. It was not a good example of it, but it was there. Okay, so what you were looking at was the first move down that we had after the open was the first move that we had after the open was down. Then what we did is we came in, reclaimed the daily open. So you came into that, and then you're looking to take a long position from VWAP with your invalidation being at the low. So this was a really sketchy one. It wasn't the best entry in the world. It didn't actually really give you a chance to take profit unless you'd stayed up for another hour or so, which I didn't. But I know a few people in the crew, I think they did take this trade, which is good. So we did have some people that took this trade, but basically what you were looking at this point was long from here, invalidation below there. And you basically want to, ideally what we were looking for was it to come up and take these highs. But what you want to see off of this is you just keep riding it until you lose VWAP, and you just keep taking profit when you see a spike in volume. So we got a good spike in volume up at these highs. That would have been a good area in which to take profit. You also took out these highs. So although it didn't really hit full target on this, you did take out those highs. That would have given you a nice trade of basically your risk to reward on that. Not the best entry. You almost got stopped out, and if you're not like confident in the setup, then it can become a bit difficult to trade because you may have been underwater for a while. But have some faith in in the setup. This is something that has been back tested a lot, and it often works really well. You get yourself a 4-to-1 out of that. So you get yourself a 4-to-1 risk to reward off of this trade by taking profit up here, which is good. And that's where you got your increase in volume from the point in which you had your entry. So you want to basically see higher volume than where you entered, and you don't want to get stopped out of it. From that point, okay, you continue across, and you're basically just riding this VWAP now until you get stopped. So this could have had more continuation. You would have hit a take profit there. And then at this point, your stop loss would have moved to here. And then you probably would have got stopped on that trade. And that's why you see that starts to have a reversal. Then the other point of interest that we were looking at on the New York Open was this weekly level, previous day value area high. We knew that that was likely to get defended. It took an entire session, and it wasn't until London Open that this actually played out, that's when we had the other trade. So on the London Open today, 8 a.m., you can see a few minutes after London session opened, we came into previous day value area high perfectly. Okay, it got defended, and you had a decent bounce off of that. And again, that's the tweet that I had put up earlier. So I did do this tweet. This is what we were looking at. Where are we? Here. Okay, so this was the idea, to come into that weekly level, previous day value area high, and then we, of course, got a decent move off of that as well. So that's the green box that was from yesterday's session. So yes, this is a really, 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 really long explanation about price action. So yeah, price action's boring, but it's still very profitable, and you've just got to be patient. So one trade yesterday that happened after the daily open gave a decent bit of profit off of that. Another trade here that we had an opportunity at 8 a.m. this morning. Again, you got a 0.8% bounce. Then what we did, you could have traded VWAP down, because at that point you're in a downtrend. You could have traded VWAP all the way down here. Little bounce off of previous day value area low. Again, getting you some relatively decent profit off of that. And then again here, weekly open, you've got a little bit of a bounce. So just little scalp trades here and there. Not the best. Yes, it's difficult price action to trade. It's hard to keep on top of it at all the time, but it's there. And if you know what to look for, the trades are there. There is no such thing as a no trade zone. There is no such thing as observe, don't trade. That is nonsense, because otherwise you're never going to learn. And yeah, that is, as long as you're just being sensible and you're recognizing where the trades are, you're remaining patient, and you're then able to take those trades, no matter how small they are, when they present themselves, then you're going to have some good opportunities. So yeah. Jason Casper, thanks for the stream, Luke. I enjoy listening while I cut the grass. Good commentary while I can't watch the charts. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the $19.99. Let's hit some of those low targets. That would be nice. I still would like it to come down a bit more. Be ready for the move when the stream ends. Yeah, that is the thing. We were looking for New York to give us the reversal. At this point, if we do bounce, we're looking basically fairly significantly higher again. I think we could get a pretty decent bounce if we get a bounce. So we could get a pretty decent one. Where's your confluence? There it is. Very, very, very obvious. Okay, so 30-minute OB, previous day value area high again, weekly level again, where we had the bounce from earlier. If we were to get something decent and get back above this daily level, I think we could see something pretty strong. If that fails and we do roll over, then my next area of interest is 29,150. Those are the two areas I'm looking to trade. So I'll be looking for shorts around about that 30,200, a little bit above there, and I'm looking for longs around 29,150 as long positions. If we go into anything a bit more crazy, then of course 27,750 is another interesting area. But I am going to call it there. We've not really had any price action, so that's it. And we probably will get the bounce in a few minutes. As soon as I log off and as soon as I stop streaming, we'll probably get a move. Great. Yeah. Thank you very much. I will see you all again tonight. We'll have a couple of beers. We might do some fun stuff. We might do a spin the wheel kind of thing. We also we'll do a little deal. We'll do a little deal today for the Jubilee. It's going to be something fun, something kind of silly again. Johnny M. Cool, I'm sorry, I know you hate them. I know our deals, at least we do them, and they're just a bit of fun a lot of the time. So we'll do some Jubilee deal later on. Probably £70 for the month kind of thing. If anyone would like to sign up. And yeah, I'm going to say bye. And then I'm going to wait for the lag to catch up so it doesn't cut me off.